Looks like we're up and live this morning. Good morning. I'm Christy Etheridge. I'm here live in the News 12 WRDW NBC 26 newsroom, and I am here to help you get out the door smoothly, answer any questions you have, just make your first day back in Columbia County as easy as it can possibly be. We kind of tried this out on the Richmond County's first day, and I think it helped you guys. So we're here back doing it again. Lauren Hoare's right behind me. She's our producer. We're tag teaming for you. We're both right in front of our computers, ready to type as fast as we can and answer any questions you have in case I don't know it off the top of my head. Couple things just to get you started, since I don't see any questions yet, is obviously today is Columbia County's back to school, and we'll just start with the start times. If you need to know when you need to get out the door, elementary school bells ring at 8:40 this morning, middle school at 7:30, and high school at 7:35, unless you go to Lakeside. They get 5 extra minutes because congestion there. So good morning, Danny. Glad you're joining us. If you have any questions, feel free to type it in and let me know. We'll get you that answer as quickly as we can. If we don't know it, we'll find somebody who does. That's kind of the idea of this. So, couple things to keep in mind. Columbia County, one of our fastest growing areas, so you know there's going to be a lot of people on the road and a lot of kids on those buses, and they've kind of prepared for that this year. Last year, I think they realized they were bursting at the seams. Think about Cyber Command, Cyber Center of Excellence, all of these people coming in. A lot of them are locating to Columbia County. So they're feeling these growing pains, and they're having to figure out some things to keep up with all of this growth that's happening so fast. So here are a couple things that they're going to do. First of all, for the buses, they're predicting about 16,000 kids across the county will take buses this year, and they're going to track them. They're going to track who takes the bus, who's a car rider, who even walks to school. So they'll kind of track which students are using which mode of transportation. And just this morning, they have 6 backup drivers, so 6 completely separate buses with backup drivers ready, waiting in the wings, just in case some of these buses start to get filled up. So there's no danger of any of them overcrowding, because as soon as a bus driver sees that my bus is getting really full, they can call in one of those 6 backup drivers to come in and start the relief process, no matter where that bus may be. So that's a good thing to note. Also, it is summer and we live in the South, so you know what that means about weather. It means it's going to be hot, it's going to be humid, it's going to be unbearable for a while, especially going into August. That's a lot of the times one of our hottest months. So by the end of August, 98% of these buses will be air conditioned. So that's good news for your children. Oh, we've got our first question. Joshua, what time does elementary and middle school bells start? Here you go. I've got that for you right here. Elementary school bells will ring at 8:40 in the morning, middle school at 7:30. So you got about 30 minutes to get those elementary kids to school. You got a little bit longer, 30 minutes to get those middle schoolers to school. You've got a little bit longer to get elementary kids. So elementary at 8:40, and then middle school at 7:30. And then high school, 7:35. They've got a few extra minutes. So here's a good resource. If you guys want to know, we just posted another web story up to our website that kind of compiles a lot of information for you, but we've got all of this stuff up on our website, and if you download our app, then we've got all of that there right at your fingertips too, if you need to know real quick, because I know you're probably making lunches for your kids, you're probably making sure they have a shirt and shorts and shoes that match, and making sure they brush their hair and brush their teeth trying to get out the door. So we know you've got your hands full, so that's why we're here to handle all of this stuff. And you're very welcome, Josh. If you guys, good question, by the way, so if you guys have any kind of questions like that, then let us know. I've got 8 tabs open on my computer right now, so I've got every means to answer your questions that you need. But, okay, I think we were talking about growth. So we know Columbia County is growing. A couple of those things I was going to tell you about that they're doing to get ready for that. We talked a little bit about transportation and the buses. They've got 6 backup drivers in the wings, just ready and waiting in case any of these buses start filling up. But once they get to school, you got to think about how big these classrooms are getting, and Columbia County has vowed to stay below the state limit, state maximum, of how many kids are in the classroom. So they're adding classrooms, they're adding schools, and they're trying not to keep your kids in portables, because back in the day they were called trailers for me, but I don't think they like that word anymore. They call them portables. And believe it or not, some of these portables are pretty big, but here's what we know. Baker Place Elementary, Cedar Ridge Elementary, and Grovetown Middle all got brand new classroom additions, so that's good. They're having to grow everywhere. Also, Parkway Elementary, we did a story about this last week. Our reporter, Alma McCarty, she's our Columbia County reporter. She went out to Parkway Elementary, which is the newest school, and kind of did a tour and explained us all of that. That's on our website. Let me see if I can pull that up for you. That way you'll know what it looks like. Because she got a whole look at this new elementary school. I'm going to show you on our website. This is what it looks like. Parkway Elementary door opens doors to parents, students for the first time. So right here, this is how, if you come to our website, this is how it's always going to look for you. You'll have the headline up here, and if we have video, then it'll be right here, and you just click on this play button, and you can watch the entire story, exactly what aired on our TV station. So even if you aren't home in time to see the story, you can always catch it on our website. And then we always post the text too, in case you don't have time to watch the video, or you're maybe reading it in a meeting and you don't want that you don't want to tell people that you're you don't want the audio to give you away. So here's some information on Parkway, but that's up on our website. But do any of you have any other questions for me this morning? We've got lots of good stuff up and ready to go. Let me see what else. Here's where some schools, even though they are expanding in a lot of places, some schools do still have to use these portables. Grovetown, Lakeside, and Evans High, as well as Columbia Middle and Uchee Creek Elementary. They do still have to use portables as classrooms. So, I mean, when you're growing this fast, it's hard to keep up with the growth. So they're doing everything that they can. They're vowing to keep those class sizes low, which means better instruction for your children. But you can only grow and expand as fast as you can. So they're working on it.
You can ask for pictures.
Oh yeah, definitely. We want to see your first day of school pictures. We got a few last week as these kids in, let's see, what counties have already gone back? Richmond County, McDuffie County, Wilkes, Burke, Jefferson, Lincoln, Hancock, Screven, and Warren. So several of the counties in this area have already gone back, but man, I'm telling you, these kids are cute. So if you want to see your child on air or on our website, send in pictures. We've got several ways to do it. You can either download our app. There's a way you can upload it right from your phone onto the app on your phone, and that's easy. You can also go to our website. Let me show you, because there's a specific button, and it gives you, that's probably the easiest way, because it automatically gives us permission to post it on the air. So let me get that up for you. Right here. Okay, so if you go to WRDW.com or 26NBC.com, what you'll see, you'll come to this home page, and then right at the very beginning, right on the home page, send us your back to school photos, and use this hashtag right here. Click on that, and this will give you a detailed instruction on how you can upload your picture. So we've got, in this web store, we've got hyperlinks. So any of this wording that's in blue, you can click on. You can also post them to our Facebook page or our Twitter. But if you do that, then that doesn't give us the correct permission that we need to use them on air. So the best way to do it is to click right here, submit back to school photos on air. If you click that, it takes you here. And then just, you fill out your information, your name, email, category, which would probably be school. And then right here, choose file, and you can upload it right from your phone, because that's, let's be honest, that's probably how you're taking your pictures.
I just emailed out a bunch of open house dates. Do you want to do that for today?
Sure. So if you guys send us your pictures, also, here, let me show you my, my Twitter. If you tweet them to me, I'll retweet you. So just mention me. It's at ChristyWRDW, and I'll retweet you. I love to see back to school first day pictures. And if you have any good first day traditions, too, because that's always fun to hear. Okay, let me see. Got some information for you. If I can keep this phone propped up. Bear with me, guys. Okay, perfect. Okay, so here are some open house and school registration dates for today, August 8th. We've got Ridge Spring Minetta Elementary. That is from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. today, so you've got some time. McCormick Middle, that is from 11 a.m. until 1:30, and that's actually for the next 2 days. 3, really. Today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. And then McCormick High School, freshman orientation starts at 10 a.m., so those alarm clocks should be ringing anytime soon for you guys. And then Bamberg District 1, all schools have open house today. And then Allendale Fairfax High School for grades 10 through 12, that is from 5:30 to 7:30. So if you have any question, we can post that too if anybody needs that information over again. But so far, we've got, looks like things are going pretty smoothly this morning so far, but again, we've got about 20 minutes until middle school starts. We've got about 25 minutes until high school starts, and then about a little more than an hour before elementary school starts. So we're right in the crux. So if you're on the roads this morning, be careful because a lot of school buses will be out. Make sure that you know when to stop. That's one of the biggest things too. Let me see if I can pull that up. I tweeted that out because I think this is important. It's hard sometimes to know, especially if you're on a split road or if one that has a median or if you're on a 4-lane road, it's hard to know when you need to stop for the bus. So let me show you. This little graphic makes it easy for you to see and know when it's okay. So this is thanks to the Georgia Highway Safety. They tweeted this picture out. So what is the law?
Oh, okay.
2-lane like this, obviously most people know this rule. If you're on the other lane facing the bus, then you have to stop. So here both lanes have to stop. Here on this is probably the most confusing one. If you're on a divided, or if you're on, I'm thinking like this looks like a lot like Washington Road. You know, you've got that lane in the center, you've got 2 lanes on either side. If a school bus is on the opposite side from you stopping, then these lanes still have to stop. So that's just good to know. You don't want to get a ticket because that would slow down your morning even more. However, here's when you don't. If this is unpaved or a barrier median, a divided highway with dirt, grass, or a barrier median, then of course if you're behind the school bus, then yes, you still have to stop. But if you're traveling in the opposite direction on the other side of that dirt, grass, or median, then you just use caution. You don't have to come to a complete stop. So hopefully that helps you guys as you get on this morning to school. I will be here all morning long answering your questions. You can comment on this Facebook post. It'll stay on our Facebook page, so if you have any other questions, we'll keep it monitored. I'll also be in the newsroom in about 15 minutes, or maybe a little less, to update you on a couple other things too. So catch us on air, online. You can watch it all from your app or on your laptop, whatever you've got closest to you. And we'll be back on Facebook Live in just a little while. So see you guys soon.